Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. I apologize. It's been so long since I put out a video. I wasn't intending on it being that long, but I do appreciate you coming back. I've been really busy, had some personal stuff I was dealing with for a little while. Wasn't really motivated to really film anything, and I apologize about that. But today's an exciting video. A lot has changed since the last initial introduction video that I did, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. And by change, I mean vehicles. Pretty much everything has changed. Not everything, but the main part of that last video has changed. And so we're going to get into that today, and kind of go over some new stuff that has arrived. You may have seen one of them in the background just a second ago, but we'll go over kind of everything, I guess. So appreciate you coming back, and here we go. All right, so if you remember the last video, if you watched it, or if you follow my Instagram, or if you just know me, you'll know that I had a Impreza wagon that I had lowered, put NB battles on it, and was in the middle of chasing a vibration issue with it, which I thought I narrowed down to the axle. Ended up not being the case. Long story. And I had a parts car, Subaru Impreza sedan. It was an automatic. Honestly, it was kind of a piece of junk. But I was just using it for parts, and I got it for a pretty cheap price and whatever. Both of those cars are actually gone. That's what I kind of mean about a lot has changed. The sedan, once I got all the parts I needed off of it, I put it up for sale on Facebook, and someone came and got it. And yeah, so it left. The wagon, I wasn't planning on selling. I really wasn't. But it sat in my driveway for a couple months broken, and I kind of lost motivation for it, and it needed a lot of work, and I just didn't really want to put a lot into it. So I put a feeler up on Instagram, and a friend of mine came and got it for a price I really couldn't refuse. Both of those are gone. Kind of sad. The wagon was really nice. I do miss it, but I've got something better replacing it. We'll get into that right now. I've got two new vehicles. Neither are junk like that sedan I had. And they are actually really exciting vehicles. One of them in particular is one I've wanted since I was a kid. So let's get into that right now. So the first vehicle on the scene here that came first out of the two, I was on Facebook Marketplace one day and stumbled across an all-original, two-owner, Georgia-owned 99 Acura Integra GSR. It's a real GSR, down to the VIN number. It's pretty much all original except like the lug nuts, the headlights, and the radio. Like, it's little small things that are different. Car's pretty much flawless. Check engine lights on right now for an evap leak because the car sat for a few years. Actually has a pretty wild story behind it, which I'll kind of touch on a little bit. It was actually a guy's son. He bought it brand new in 98, I believe. It's a 99. And he drove it back and forth to work up until about 2011, I want to say, if I'm remembering right. And he was actually in a fatal car accident in a different car. And so his dad got the car in 2011, 2012, and basically he would take it out for a spin every now and then, but he kept it in climate control storage when he wasn't using it. And so this thing was literally like a time capsule when I got it. I mean, coming on the inside, and there's stuff in here, so don't judge too hard. But the interior is like brand new. Floor mats are dirty, but they look like you just peeled the plastic off of them when I got the car. Like, it's insane. Original Integra floor mats. The leather is obviously worn. You'll kind of see here, it's got 211,000 miles on it. I got it with 210. I've been driving it for about a month now, roughly. But I mean, this thing is just ridiculous. The steering wheel isn't even worn. The shift knob is a little worn. That's really the only thing in the whole interior that's like that. But previous owner gave me a brand new Honda OEM shift knob, so I'll be swapping that out soon. And then the interior will literally look flawless. But just about everything works on it. It's a sweet little car. quicker than I expected, honestly, because I'd never driven a GSR before. So I've kind of been treating this as a daily. I've been driving it back and forth to work for about a month now, and it's been good to me. I took it to Lilburn and Gwinnett earlier today and back. It was like an hour drive each way, and it did perfect. Everything works on its bone stock down to the stock exhaust. Yeah, it's a sweet little car, and I love it. I know I'm touching on these kind of quick, and I apologize about that. I'll be doing more in-depth videos with each car, but for right now, I just kind of want to introduce you to them, get you familiar with them. That way, when we get to future videos, it's makes a little more sense, I guess. That Integra is sweet. I like it a lot. I drive it every day. I never thought I would find a GSR in this condition, and I'm very, 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 very stoked to own one and be able to get to enjoy it in stock form, because who gets to do that anymore, you know? So on to the next car. All right, I've got some explaining to do with this one. This thing is so cool. It is also a 99. It is a Subaru Impreza. So it's like the wagon I had, but it's a sedan, so it's more like the sedan. It's a 5-speed manual, and it is rear-wheel drive converted. Basically, it's had the work done to where it's a rear-wheel drive Subaru. And let me tell you, this thing is actually really fun to drive. It's got a ton of parts on it. It's got the JDM front end, JDM light, all the clear lights. It's got a lip on it. It's got actually OEM Mitsubishi Starion wheels, Chrysler Conquest, those wheels on the front. It's got some ARE 3 spokes in the rear, which are kind of old school. It's kind of a small wheel setup. I'm not typically a small wheel guy, so it's kind of taking some getting used to. But it's growing on me. I do like it. It's got the JDM taillights. It has a full exhaust with headers. Actually sounds really, really good. It's kind of loud, which I'm not particularly a fan of loud cars anymore, but I like how this sounds, so I'm going to leave it. It's got a ton of stuff on it, even down to the interior as well. It's got Bug-Eye WRX interior, front seats, rear seats. It's got some, I can't remember the name of the floor mats, but floor mats, obviously. It's got a Momo steering wheel on a short hub, little flower shift knob in there. It actually has a PA system in there that you can talk outside the car, radio and everything. It's got full suspension, modded knuckles up front, all adjustable arms in the rear. Yeah, I mean, this thing is just really, really cool. And honestly, my buddy Gavin is the one I got it from, and I've been bugging him pretty much all year to sell it to me. And he finally let it go, of course, right after I buy this one. So I wasn't planning on buying another car so soon. I bought these like 3 weeks apart. But hey, you know, you work out a good deal on something that you've wanted for a while, and you kind of have to jump on it. So, and I'm sure I'm missing a lot of stuff on the Subaru parts wise. It's just got so much that I honestly forget. It's got just enough done, though, to where I can still make it my own, and that's kind of the plan with it. I'll kind of briefly talk about the plan with both of these cars. With the Subaru, I plan on cleaning it up because, as you can see, the body's not perfect on it, and the paint's not perfect either. Like, there's dents, stings, scrapes, all kinds of stuff. This roof trim's missing here. Quarters are a little chipped and rusty and stuff. So goal is to clean the car up, make it look a little bit better. I'll be putting different wheel setups on it. I want to swap out the coilovers on it because they're about 5 years old, and that definitely would not hurt. And just do little things here and there, make it a little bit better than it is, which, I mean, it's a super sick car right now. A lot of people have been following this car for many years too. A guy named Alex up in North Carolina, you may have ran across his Instagram page before if you're here. Moo Cow, he was the original owner, owned the car for 15 years. It was supercharged at one point because it's an NA EJ, and I actually have the supercharger, so we may we may get into that. I don't know. We'll see. But bottom line is I just want to clean it up, make it look good. Maybe slide it a little if I can get it to reliably slide. I haven't really tested that out yet. I've done little burnouts and stuff, but you know, just make it cool. Keep it the cool car that it is and give it kind of another life. I'm excited. Oh, one thing I did forget, I just saw, it's got OEM Subaru Brimbos front and rear. I believe 4-pot in the front, 2-pot in the rear, which is cool. And some other stuff too. So I love this thing a lot so far. As for the Integra, right now it's just going to stay stock. Honestly, I'm enjoying it stock. And now that I have this, there's really no itch to mod it, at least right away. And the value on this thing's just going to keep going up. I don't plan to get rid of it, but if I were to, like I said, the value's just going to keep climbing on these all original GSRs. So for right now, it's going to stay stock, which I'm not completely mad about because I do like the car in stock form. The stock suspension definitely has 200,000 miles on it. You can tell when you hit a bump, but not a huge deal. Something I can definitely get over. I mean, my drive to work is so short. It doesn't bug me that much. But yeah, so I mean, it's mostly going to be staying like this at least for right now. You may have seen in the background, my truck also looks a little bit different now. I've been going pretty hard this last couple months, and I apologize for not updating you guys sooner. I really do. But if you've been following my Instagram, that's really the quickest way to kind of know what I'm up to, because I post there pretty much instantly anytime I do something. So I'll go over what's new on the truck here briefly. That way you can kind of see that. So it is filthy right now, and I apologize about that. I haven't driven it in a couple days, but this is my 2011 Ford F-250 that you saw in the last video. It was bone stock in the last video. It's a Lariat, nice truck. It's actually about to hit 100K, which I'm not too stoked about, but anyway, I bought these wheels that you see, these Moto Metals. They're 22 by 12 off my buddy Liam. He had them on his Excursion. If you know LEP Automotive, the sticker on my back window up there. I bought them from him. He gave me a really good deal on them, and I wanted to kind of change the truck up a little bit from the grandpa look it had before. And this did a really good job. They have a really nice fitment on them. I need new tires, so I'll be getting those soon, but they poke nicely. For a stock truck with wheels on it, I don't think it looks too bad. And it's got 33-inch Nitto Ridge grapplers on them. So that's pretty sweet. And it is also deleted now, deleted and tuned. I was able to find someone to do it for me. I won't mention who it is for obvious reasons. I don't want him to get in trouble, but he was able to do it for me. Did the full delete, death and EGR delete, and was able to tune the truck as well. Installed some GDP tunes on it, if you're familiar with Power Stroke tunes, with a switch on the dash. And now I have 5 tunes I can switch between, and tune 5 is the most powerful. And on that tune, the truck makes about 620 horsepower and 1,100 foot-pounds of torque. So it scoots now, and it tows very, very well. I actually pulled with it the other day for the first time since I deleted it, and it's a night and day difference now. So I love this thing. With all the other cars I have, it kind of just sits now. I try to drive it every so often, but more times than not, it basically just sits. So, but it looks sweet, and I love it, and it looks so cool now too. Hope you enjoyed this quick little update video. Like I said, once again, I apologize it's been so long. But I do appreciate you guys coming back. Make sure you're subscribed. I will have new content coming soon. I've got some different video ideas and stuff like that I want to do, and kind of some progress videos on these cars I'd like to make. I've also, most of you are, once again, I'm sure here for the Q45, my Y33. Right after that last video I made, I actually took it over to a shop in Lilburn, a little north of Atlanta. It is there getting the body work done. I've been posting updates on my Instagram, so make sure you check there. I was gonna do a video on it before I took it over there, and I just never got around to it and just didn't think about it. But it should be back, hopefully, probably right before spring, into winter, right before spring. So It's December right now, so maybe another month or two and it should be back. I'm excited to get that car back and have it done. It's been many years in the making for it to be in complete form and one color. So I'm excited about that. And I hope you guys are too. So, but anyway, thanks for watching. Appreciate you coming back. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you in the next one.